Hi there. In this video, we are going to locate federal, state, and county health statistic resources. We'll highlight a few of the ones listed on this guide. We're going to construct searches in each resource to find vital and health statistics for Elkhart County. We're going to classify state and county data to appropriate parameters in the demographic assessment grid. Some of these areas I'll point out are listed on your grid, and some of them are not. As you build your topic, you'll find this helpful. And then, as we have before, we'll create proper citations of this data. On this page here, government resources, we have it organized in two areas: federal sources, and as you scroll toward the bottom, Indiana sources, and then citing data states at the very bottom. I want us to start local and then branch ourselves out federally to the federal sources, as we did with the U.S. Census data. So let's begin by looking at the Indiana sources area. There's a few places I want to point out here. A lot of these resources all stem to information compiled by the Indiana Department of State of Health. You will find, though, the State Department of Health site is not always the easiest to navigate, so that's why I'm going to point to these other resources as well. The first one I want to point out to you is what's called indicators, and this is collaboration between the Indiana State Department of Health and some other organizations. I like this site because it's easy to navigate and has a lot of easily accessible information. And as I said before, most of it comes from the State Department of Health. On this page, they have what are called health dashboards. This is where I would go at this site. When you click on Learn More, you have the chance to type a geography name. They give you the options of city, county, etc. So let's do a search. It looks like my search I did earlier for Elkhart is there below, but we'll do this search. So when you search Elkhart, again, it searches the county and the city, so make sure it's the right locale, often like Wabash County or Wabash the city, for example. So we're going to search Elkhart County and click search. And here below is going to be, it's a dashboard. It's going to give you a set of health indicators. And on this site, it gives you this legend of whether the health is in a positive direction, staying neutral, or negative. And there's a whole set of topics here. So you can see access to care or cancer. And for each case, you can simply click on the link and you can get more information. So you can see the source. So that's the who compiled the source. And this is going to be the name of the source. So this is the source is going to be the author. The author is going to be the Indiana State Department of Health. The title of that source is going to be this here, the cancer incidence, cancer new invasive cases, all sites combined per 100,000 population. So that's what you'll look at when you want to cite this. And you'll see this for a whole variety of topics. You can see in chronic diseases and conditions, there are some that are going up. Not everything is looking perfect, of course, or unfortunately. Listings for community health, and pretty much anything you can think of, mortality, fertility, a little bit of everything. So this is at a site called Indicators, and it's indianaindicators.org. The next site I want us to go to is the Vital Statistics course. I won't spend as much time on these sources. This one is going to give you vital stats. I like that you can do both local and federal for this. In this site, you can select an Indiana county or all 50 states. But for Indiana County, scroll down, select your geography by county, and click Get Data. So for this one, there's no data for the year. You'll find that with some stats. But if you go a year earlier, you'll find that there's information for 2015. All information is there, and then at the very bottom of the screen, which unfortunately is cut off on this video, is the source, which here it says Stats Indiana using data from the Indiana State Department of Health. To get federal data, simply go to US and 50 states and click Get Data. And you can see for 2015, you can see the numbers for this. And this comes from National Health Center for Health Statistics. Another site for county information is what's called the County Health Rankings and Roadmaps. I have a link directly to Elkhart County, but you're welcome to look at other sources. And this is it's a roadmap site, a dashboard site. You can see the county information and the ranking on the side. Elkhart County is ranked 14th in the state in terms of health, overall health well-being from their indicators. And you can select year and what's the latest year they have for information. They actually have some data for 2018, which is good. Always make sure you have the most recent year of information available. And again, whole set of information, health outcomes, health factors, social economic factors, physical environment, a little bit of a whole variety of information here of information about your health and health well-being, these dashboards. Those are going to be the local Indiana information. The nation, the federal-wide information, the main place I want to point out for this video is the National Center for Health Statistics. I like to look at the local stuff first because it's a little harder to get. You might only have like one indicator for a particular health topic, while in the federal there's a lot more. So I'd say start with local, find that indicator, the wording they use, then look at the federal information. So for the National Center for Health Statistics, this site here provides a whole wide range of health stats collected nationwide. On this page, there's two areas I like to look at. I'd go underneath data and statistics by topic, and then look underneath these two areas here, fast stats, statistics by topic, and health United States. So fast stats, you can find a topic, whatever that may be. So you could see, just for example, births, and you can find that information there. Once again, the source is going to be this source here, births final data for 2016. That's how you'll cite that. The other place I'd recommend is Health United States. It's a report that comes out annually, gives you a wide range of information. So when you click on that, this says resource not available. So the government, I don't know what's happening here, but if you look at the top here, it's that link selected topics to, just delete that. And then here gives you the Health United States 2016. And you can see information on topics based off of race or ethnicity, as well as a lot of other pieces as well. Great report. You can find pretty much everything you need in those two places. I'm going to close out of that. Deciding the data health sets for this. Let's see if I can. Don't want that. I want. My apologies here. I want to make sure you can see this page here. So if you see at the very bottom here, citing data sets. For any of these sites, you want the author's name or the organization name. So here it's like U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development. The year. In italics, you'll have the title of the data you see. And then in parentheses, in these brackets, you'll have a description of the form. Oftentimes, you'll just say data file. You don't have to be really specific with that. Just put the type of source you have, a table, for example. Last part is retrieved from, and then the URL of the site you found it from. And that's how you do that.